Turns out, prepping for the apocalypse is a pain. I built a desert homestead to be self-reliant. Now I'm just tired, cranky, and rethinking everything. Podcast written and read by yours truly, Oakie McDoakie, screw-ups and all. When I was a kid, my grandparents had a vegetable garden for a couple of years. I was living with them at the time. Grandpa had cut down a huge pine tree in the yard because neighborhood kids, myself included, kept climbing it, drawn like moths to a Coleman lantern. He worried some kid would fall and break his neck, so down it came. Its needles and shadows had left a wide circle of bare earth, so he and Grandma decided to try a vegetable garden instead of planting grass. Now, my grandparents were Great Depression kids, country kids. They'd grown up with gardens. Grandpa had even been a farm worker as a teen. They knew what to do and must have had some idea what they were getting into. Or maybe the decades since childhood had smeared their memories with nostalgia. That first year, they didn't amend the soil much, just some wood ash to neutralize the acidity. The results were poor, except for cucumbers, which took over more than half the garden. Grandma canned tons of bread and butter pickles and dill pickles. I think we were eating on them for 4 years or more. You'd think I'd still be sick of pickles, but no, the sight and taste of bread and butter pickles joys me right up. If Grandma were alive, I'm not sure she'd feel the same, having been the pickling slave that year. Year 2, they went all in. Grandpa had a truckload of mushroom delivered, spread it around with more wood ash and who knows what else, then hired a fellow down the road to rototill. The prepped earth was now a rectangle 3 times the size of the first year's patch. That summer, everything thrived. Beans, corn, tomatoes, you name it. Fresh salads every day, especially butter lettuce with condensed milk dressing. The pantry filled with jars. The freezer packed. And that was the last year they ever had a vegetable garden. For the rest of their lives, they stuck to a plain lawn with a few shrubs, and bought vegetables from the grocery store like everyone else. I think about them now, after my 3rd year of growing veggies on a tiny scale, and my first few months keeping quail for eggs. Maybe I've reached the same turn. Maybe I'm gonna quit playing farmer next year. I'm damn tired of watering the potatoes, sunchokes, and walking onions. I haven't eaten all the potatoes yet or dug a single sunchoke this year. The onions? Cooked with a few, and I'm not sure I like the taste. There's something off about them. Still, I'll cook up some more soon to be sure. Hate to let them go to waste. And don't get me started on the damn quail. Cleaned out crap-covered paper towels every day. Even with a cleverly designed cage, they still manage to miss the towels and fling their crap onto the floor and the wall. That's when they're not fighting. I had to kill almost all my males to keep them from tearing each other up and bullying the hens. One poor gal got both her eyes pecked out. All for a few eggs. Darn tasty eggs, admittedly. Romantic me dreamed about homesteading since I was a kid. Thought being food self-reliant, food sovereignty as they say now, was going to be pure heaven. It ain't, not in my experience. Gardening and husbanding livestock is a pain in the ass. I'm fully admitting my annoyance and disappointment. I guess there's a reason Grandma and Grandpa gave up the garden, why most people give up their gardens, and why generations of near ancestors got the hell off the farm as quick as they could. Here's a cute bit of lore. The U.S. government had a devil of a time getting native peoples to take up white-style farming, even those who traditionally kept gardens along with hunting and gathering. There's a 19th century record of missionaries trying to teach the Ojibwa to farm. The people humored them for a while, then stopped. Quote, "When the Great Spirit wished us to work like oxen," one man said, "he would have made us with necks fit for the yoke." A Lakota man told an Indian agent something similar. "You white men make your life heavy with labor. The Great Spirit gave us animals and wild foods so we could live light and free." That about sums it up. So what's next? I settled here at Hippie's End almost 4 years ago to homestead. As a response to the empty shelves at the start of COVID. Van life started seeming damn precarious in a supply chain breakdown. Seemed smarter to have a place where I could hunker down with food, tools, and everything I needed for a while. Plus land to plant potatoes and maybe keep milk goats. That was the original vision. I got an article that tells you the whole thing. My desire to prep, at least in a small way, hasn't gone. Things out there in the old US of A don't seem stable right now, on a lot of fronts. I don't want to get caught with my pants down. Besides, I like my little cabin with its view of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. I like my neighbors. I'm feeling at home in Taos County. My kind of place. Maybe I'll just convert the yard to a garden of nicely arranged rocks and cacti. Maybe I'll keep a few vegetable beds in the hens just to keep my hand in and improve my skills in case I ever need to scale up. Or maybe I'll actually expand next year, accepting it as another kind of necessary drudgery to have the life that I want. Just another among the many irksome chores. Could even find the bliss in it someday and look back at this cranky moment and laugh. Don't know yet. Or maybe the better course is to shift from self-reliance to mutual aid. Invest more time in community and less into building a bunker. Of course, I'll keep 3 months of dry and canned food in reserve, plus medicines and other supplies. I've got the rain barrels and extra water storage, so that's good, plus the solar. Somewhere in these decisions is my personal limit to prepping, homesteading, and self-reliance. Not quite sure where. Guess I'll have to figure it out soon. Maybe the point is that life's never all roses and rainbows, and there are no perfect solutions. Life's always a work in progress. Maybe that's how it ought to be. I don't know. What you think? If you like this, you can tip me on ko-fi.com/Oakie McDoakie or follow me on Substack and the socials. Just go to oakiemcdoakie.com. Until next time, don't let the bastards wear you down.